I'm George Valdosta-Lowndes, and once again I am in another location called Koinonia Farms, as you can see. And of course, a lot of people don't know much about the history of Koinonia Farms right outside of Americas, Georgia. And from time to time I come here to reflect upon the history of our beloved nation and the South in general. I've been here several times, but today I want to draw your attention to the life of a man, a white European, Mr. Jordan. And I recommend you Googling the Koinonia Farms. That's K-O-I-N-O-N-I-A. Look it up. Do yourself a favor. Look up Koinonia Farms and what a white European did to show forth unity among blacks and whites here in the state of Georgia. It'll do you well. The reason I'm cutting this video is because I want you to know when I came down here, today is June the 1st, 2013, it made me thought about what happened to me in Lowndes County, Georgia. I was denied the right to go to Lowndes County high school graduation. It was reported over the radio, sheriff's radio, that I had been given a criminal trespass warning. If the people here had stopped me and told me that a trespass, illegal trespassing had taken place, criminal trespass had been issued on me, I wouldn't have been able to come in here, although I didn't do anything wrong. But based upon the precedent that was set in Valdosta and Lowndes County, Georgia, I could have been banned from coming to Koinonia Farms. And I believe that the good people of Valdosta, not just black folk, but all active duty military, retired military, and regular concerned citizens should not back up from the issues that my constitutional rights have been violated by the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department or Wes Taylor, the superintendent of Lowndes County High School. It is so sad what happened to me, because it is reflective of a much deeper problem. That much deeper problem is this: if a sex offender or a felon, let me repeat, if a sex offender or a felon had tried to go into the Lowndes County graduation, they would have been permitted to. But I was denied that right. Then I went to the magistrate court. They say no criminal trespass warrant or warning had been registered with magistrate court, nor the Superior Court in Lowndes County in the state of Georgia, or at the district attorney's office, or at the U.S. District Court on the second floor of the federal building. And so when I was informed to go back to the sheriff, I'd already gone to the CID. Sheriff Prine said to me, "I'll look into it. I'll get back with you. I don't know nothing about it." The sheriff of Lowndes County don't know anything about it. Now, I said it before. The words that came from Wes Taylor's mouth was that they are looking back into my past, trying to find something, I guess, on Brother Rhynes. Well, you don't have to look back to find the 31 jail deaths. You don't have to look back to see that my constitutional rights were violated. and that they never warned me or told me that a criminal trespass, anything, was against me. But if I had been a young person or somebody that without this military background, I could have just been arrested when they tried to restrict me from Lowndes County graduation. And if I would have put forth any type of resistance, they could have said he violated a criminal trespass warning, and I could be in jail to face, in my opinion, the unjust justice system in South Georgia that many of our young people have another story to tell. Moreover, if I look back into their past as they trying to look back into my past, I wonder if they look back what they see. Earl Evans burned up in a police car in Brooks County, and they say and shot 2 or 3 times. Will they see the Densons and the Wootons that was killed, possibly murdered in Brooks County, and no one have been brought before the bar of justice? I wonder if they look back into others' history of law enforcement, would they find that during the week of terror, 15 to 25 blacks were murdered in Brooks and Lowndes County? I wonder if they would find that. I wonder if they would find that when I stood before the Valdosta City Council and County Commissioners meeting, and the white lady that had all her teeth knocked out, and nobody said anything, and transported her to ICU and didn't even inform the family. I wonder if they look back, will they find at the South Georgia Regional Library the 4-by-8 foot long blue line where they restricted us to get to record public meetings in the state of Georgia, and where the news media, all of them 6, 10, and the rest of them had to fit in a 4-by-8 square. I wonder if will they find that if they look back into their own record. I wonder if they look back into others' history as they've been looking back into mine, according to Wes Taylor. I wonder what they find that the director of the South Georgia Regional Library accused me, slandered my name, defamation of character. Let me tell you what she said. I'm talking about the regional, South Georgia Regional Library director put it on the lakefront that George disrupts the library meetings very frequently, that I have sexist behavior, that I keep squeezing her arms, and that if I continue this, then she would ban me from the library or from the meetings. If you look back, will you see that the library meetings, the way it was set up, wherein the podium is facing the board, but the people that face the board got to look at the back of the board members because of the way that the setup of the tables are. And I brought all this up. And so you can only ask yourself, when they look back, will they see that people used to eat and drink pop on the computers and nobody said anything until I brought it forth, even in writing? And that little children had to endure the cussing and profanity while others on the machine and nobody said nothing. Talking loud, it was an outlaw place. You could use cell phones and it wouldn't do nothing. 3 people sitting around at the desk, but nobody would say anything about people using cell phones, disrupting people who was taking tests and other things on the computer. And so, because I brought all of these things up to try to build a better environment in a library in the state of Georgia, I guess I was singled out by somebody. And just maybe, when they use sexist behavior, disrupt public meetings, and by the way, the record cannot prove, no minutes will show that I have attended more than 3 library meetings, if that. Yet, the director of the South Georgia Regional Library accuses me of these things. Slanderous lies And so what did I do, being a peaceful man and a man of my level of understanding? What did I do? Number one, I gave K. Harris, the editor of the Valdosta Daily Times, a copy of what had been said about me, a defamation of character. I didn't stop there. I gave Mayor John Gale, secretary, a copy to give him, Larry Hanson, and the council members. I didn't stop there. I went to the chairman of the board, of the county commissioners, and gave it to the clerk because the chairman was not in, to give to the chairman and the county commissioners in Lowndes County to let them know that my good name had been slandered, lies crumped up on me. You'll see a video where I stood before the Valdosta Daily Times and I talk about this. So it seemed as if though what Wes Taylor said to John Robinson are correct, that they're trying to find something on George Boston Rhynes. And this is why I've been saying to you, if we don't wake up, our children going to continue to fill the jails and prisons. And if the news media don't tell our story, all we can do is continue to watch the wicked carry out their unjust laws backed up by something that is not reflective of the founding fathers of this great republic. Now we must ask another question. Where are the preachers? Where are the teachers? Where are the lawyers? Where are the judges? Can you imagine the judges in Lowndes County not being concerned that we have had 31 jail deaths and nobody will say nothing about it? It's not even published in the Valdosta Daily Times, our only newspaper. I'm over here in Americus, Georgia, they got 5 to 6 newspapers. And it seems like there's a clique and a slick in Valdosta to control information to keep the people deaf, dumb, and blind to the times and unable to make intelligent decisions based on facts. And so you want to come out at me because I am more of a reflection of the Jesus that you talk about on Sunday morning and on Saturday the Sabbath and on Jumal service on Friday. But when it comes down to standing up for what is real in God's world, we are nowhere to be found. And so, as I said, I'm standing in front of Koinonia Farms right outside of Americus, Georgia. I came over here because I have some friends here, black and white, who love me and respect me. I bought me some grape jelly, and I'm going to enjoy it. You need to find out and Google Koinonia Farms. We're going to be doing more about Koinonia Farms because Mr. Jordan was a white man. I call him a white right person, much like some white people who are in my circles and donate for the cause of what I do in the community. But ask yourself as I close this out, Kendrick Johnson's death seems to be the keystone that has opened up Pandora's box in Valdosta and Lowndes County. And so all we can do now is stop duplicating, imitating, and placating and stand up for what is right in God's world. To all the people stationed at Moot Air Force Base, do you not know that you could go anywhere in Valdosta and Lowndes County by the precedent that has been set with me? If you're on Moot Air Force Base, if you are visiting Kendaloo Golf Course, if you are visiting Wild Adventures Theme Park, if you are visiting Wiregrass Technical College, or if you got children going to Wiregrass Technical College or Georgia Military College, do you not know that the same thing happened to me could happen to your children from around the United States of America and overseas? Yeah. They could take your child, stop them anywhere in Valdosta and Lowndes County, and tell them that there's a criminal trespassing warrant or a warning given to you, and you and your children won't know nothing about it. And so that means that if you go somewhere, they can say to you, you violated it, and they'll have your behind in jail. And ain't nothing you can do about it, because that's what happened to me. And we can only ask how many other people are in jails today. How many of our young people are in Valdosta-Lowndes County jail today because of what happened to this retired military veteran in the land of the free, in the home of the brave, they say. And so, I don't see any way out of this except in a court of law. Once again, I'm George Boston Rhynes, doing what I do because I love you and because I refuse to just talk about Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and the rest of them. If we are to have a better nation, we're going to have to stand up as those from yesteryear, or we're going to watch this nation destroyed from within, going down the road of destruction, because the American people sat down and just focused on the skin color and the pigmentation instead of what was right in God's world. And so I'm going to say to you, wake up, people. Wake up and do what is right. Let's get rid of all this hatred. And to all of you who criticize me on my YouTube channel, keep doing what you do, because what you do is coming from your heart. And what I'm doing is coming from mine. May God bless you. If you're a Muslim, I say Assalamu alaikum from love. If you're a Jew, I say Shalom. And if you're a Christian, I just say bye-bye, we're gone. And if you are from some of the other religions, I say to you, do unto your neighbor that which you want your neighbor to do unto you. Once again, I'm in Koinonia Farms, and if the Lowndes County Sheriff Deputy had been here, they could have told me that we have a trespass warning against you, and therefore you could not enter into or onto the properties of Koinonia Farms. How sad this is in the world today, where we proclaim around the world that we are a nation of laws. Bye-bye. I'm George Boston Rhynes, and this is in Kononier, and I'm at Koinonia Farms, right outside of Americus, Georgia. And I'm here to highlight and say to the world that the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department denied me my constitutional rights to go to the Lowndes County graduation for 2013. And if the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department would pull up now, or if the local sheriff's office here would pull up, I guess in the state of Georgia, they could do what the Lowndes County Sheriff Deputy Thomas did to me. Told me that I could not enter the high school graduation because there was a criminal trespass warning given to me. Yet, after going to the magistrate court, the superior courts, district attorney's office, federal courts, CID, and to the Lowndes County High School, they say that there is no documentation, no record of me being under a criminal trespass warning. They say I had been under there for 2 weeks. That means that if the sheriff pull up now, without reason, the sheriff can tell me, George Boston Rhynes, you cannot go on the Koinonia Farms property because there is an invisible criminal trespass warning that could have been in effect for over a year. And if I cross it, they could arrest me. The next video, I'm going to talk about Koinonia Farms, and I'm going to talk about what we as American citizens had better wake up to. Are we going to lose this republic, y'all? It's not about race. It's not about black and white, I hope. It's all about what is right in God's world. Listen and be informed.